Happy belated Mother's Day. Welcome to another Tiny Escapes Artist Adventure, where I take tiny escapes that won't break the budget or break up the marriage. I'm on my way to, I don't know where. I'm doing an experiment tonight, maybe. I just had Mother's Day. Yes, my boys, my two adult boys and some grandkids. It's not Mother's Day, it's the week after Mother's Day, but we were all out of town. My nose is a bit sore though, because of course they were play fighting, and of course I got into play fighting a little bit too, and didn't I get an elbow in the nose? So, but you know, I kept trying to tell my grandson, my youngest grandson, while I was sitting on top of him, tickling him, I'm a granny, I'm old, be gentle on me. Even though I know from a stomach point of view and my health issues with my stomach, which is getting better, I probably should not have been play fighting with my adult sons, but boy, it was fun. Anyhow, I'll talk to you more about my experiment shortly. So, first of all, excuse the noise because I'm at a cafe at the foot of the mountain. Initially, I was doing tiny escapes, start to heal a little bit. We now know what's actually wrong with me. It's called the psoas syndrome, and it's all got to do with my psoas muscles in my stomach. And in order to heal, I felt like I needed to be out and in a bit of greenery. And that has been happening. Now I'm doing it about once every 3 weeks, once every 4 weeks, and I'm setting up my car and I'm loving doing it. But this isn't my real life. I have a great big house. That's another reason I like to get away. I have a great big house, and just my husband and I in this great big house. And before COVID, I was building tiny houses with older single women in view to help older single women to have affordable housing. And COVID ended that business. And a kind of a flow on from tiny spaces was van life. So I looked at a lot of van life, and you know, as I keep saying, I really love my husband, so I'm not about to leave my husband so I can go and live in a van by myself. But what it's shown me again is how many older single women are not playing at this. I really wanted to try free camping, and there were two things that stopped me from doing that. One was the fact that the internals on my windows aren't covered well enough, so I didn't feel safe enough. The other thing was that the two places that people sent me to both had signs up saying no camping. Finally, someone got me onto a spot where it was legal to camp, and it's at the base of the mountain. How difficult is it for women who have to find a place where they feel safe and somewhere that they can camp overnight? What do women who are living like this have to do, and men? I think we need to make it easier for people to have alternative lifestyles, and sometimes it's by choice and sometimes it's not. I mean, I realize that I am in a very privileged situation in that I can do this for my own health, and I'm not doing it because I don't have any other choices. So a real call to mind to bear in mind that there are people out there who don't have a choice. Okay, so that was a tad embarrassing. I just asked the woman if I could pay her $30 to camp at her block, because I talked to her and asked her for directions, but I said, I'm actually looking for a place to camp. Can I pay you $30 and just park my car over there? And she said, no, this is my parents' place. And I went, oh, okay, no worries. I thought it took a lot of guts to ask, but anyhow, anyhow. She said no, but that's okay. She did tell me where the other spot was, so I'm trying to get back to the other road where the other spot is. It's a little bit scary though, just a little bit scary being out here as it's 4:07 and it's coming into, it's late autumn here, and so I'm trying to find somewhere to sleep before it gets dark. This is challenging. This is challenging. It would be very challenging if you're a woman on your own trying to find a place to sleep each night. I'll get back to you. Hopefully, as soon as I found a spot to stay. A little bit of an experiment, a little bit. Well, it's late afternoon and getting kind of cold now. But how gorgeous is this? And look at the sign. There you go. There's always something that's going to bite you here in Australia. But it's too cold to go swimming anyhow. Could be such a gorgeous spot in the morning though. Wow. You're not allowed to park here. You're not allowed to camp here. Now I'm just going back into town to visit my friend who's in the hospital, and this is why I chose to camp here, so that I would be closer to visiting. Oh, this is a bad road. So that I would be closer to visiting my friend who's in the hospital. So I'll get back to you later. Car, and it was a little bit challenging finding a spot, but someone then told me about a free camping spot, and there are lots of other cars here, and I feel really safe here. It's great, and I'm all tucked in, and it's really cold outside, but it's feeling good in here. I've got a couple of layers on, that's true, but I think I'm gonna have a great night. So I'll talk to you in the morning when I see how it all went. Morning. This is how I slept, not because I'm social distancing and because of COVID, but because this is the warmest way to do it. I get cold and use tape here. So this is the way I sleep, with an oil on top of here so I can breathe the oil in, and also it makes the breathing warmer and it allows me to sleep. But I really do need to work out my window coverings. I've been using this stuff against the windows. But I need to get something that works properly, that sticks to the window. GoPro, stop shooting. GoPro, you're not listening. GoPro, stop making a shot. GoPro, stop shooting.